and the three-pointer just rolled right around the rim.
3:38 to go here in quarter number one. Sorry you missed the opening action, but you didn't miss any buckets. Up and no good by Driscoll. Battle for the rebound. Knocked to the floor was Gowan. Anderson comes out with it, throws it up, no good. Sanders the board.
Boy,
Hayes.
Big rebound there by Anderson, but he's missed a couple little bunnies right underneath the basket. Boy, you can see a lot of guys sucking wind already. Anderson with his hands on his knees. Frank about there too.
Hayes, Schilling thought about the three. Again, shot clock 18. Got a shot clock here tonight, and we'll have it for the tournament, not during the regular season. Out front, Hayes. Hayes to Carson in front of the Mount Zion bench. Carson going to go down the lane, kick out Gowan. Three on the way, no good. Rebound Anderson. Josh, we're getting good looks, just not getting the shots to go down.
Gowan's had a couple of them and early on in this first quarter and has not been able to get a shot go down. Didn't shoot it particularly well on Monday.
Driscoll lost the basketball. Carson to Gowan. Gowan had it batted from behind by Driscoll and out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball. Josh, a couple rules we got to talk about, or at least advise the fans about. One is there's no more one in bonus. Everything's a two-shot foul.
Yeah, we talked about that on Monday. Once they get to 5 team fouls and it resets every quarter, you're there with 2 free throws.
The other thing is they've got 4 select out-of-bounds spots that the officials are supposed to use on everything, but I believe the ball going out of bounds itself. So fouls, traveling, that sort of thing. There's designated spots for the inbounds plays in the half court. Schilling, good pass inside Sanders. Ball batted away and, went to Mount Zion.
Boy, they're letting him play physical, too. I thought McAtee hit Frank there as he was coming around the screen to get the ball. And they've had a couple of times where we've gotten away, I thought, with a foul. And I think Mount Zion has as well.
Jacob Harvey into the game for Mount Zion. Miller into the game. Brady Miller into the game for Lincoln.
Yeah, Komnick checked in for Keon Carson, and then Owen Owens checked in for the Braves.
In the corner, Owens. Owens goes inside McAtee. McAtee on Sanders. Layup time, no good. Good battle, and Hayes comes out of there. Ball knocked to the floor. Boy, they are letting him play physical. And it's a first down underneath the Mount Zion basket.
Yeah, McAtee just trying to throw Hayes out of the way after that ball went on the ground. And Hayes, of course, grabbed the rebound, got it tipped away. But one of the first railers that are going to go to the floor is going to be that guy wearing number 30, and he was right there.
Alternating possession goes to the Lincoln Rail Splitters. It'll be Hayes to inbound under the Mount Zion basket. Carson Komnick now in the basketball game. Had 18 Monday night. The sophomore. Proud Papa is standing right next to me. And we'll see how Carson operates against this Mount Zion defense. And ball batted away out front by Trimble. And it'll remain Lincoln basketball. Anderson back in the basketball game. Driscoll into the basketball game. I noticed something. It seems warmer in here than we've had it in the past.
Well, you get a little crowd in here tonight, and Coach Fez got to heat up a little bit. And you're right, it's a little bit warmer.
Into the backcourt, Hayes. Hayes on Owen Owens. Schilling left wing. Schilling, almost threw it behind Komnick. Miller, Schilling thought about the three. Out front, Komnick faked the three. Schilling, three on the way. Good! A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer by Trey Schilling and make it 5-2 Lincoln.
Boy, his confidence is high too, Jay. He's taking a couple tough threes there. Komnick with a little penetration into the middle of the lane and kicked it out to Trey, and there was zero hesitation with that shot. It was catch and go.
Custer the basketball. Driscoll. Out front, Custer. They're looking inside. Owens is posted up now. Owens goes to Anderson, threw it behind him and out of bounds.
Yeah, tipped off Hayes, I think. Hayes,
I think you're correct, yeah.
Hayes or Frank tipped it. I'm not sure which one.
So they set off a Lincoln player. It'll go out of bounds underneath the Mount Zion basket, right side of the lane. Into Anderson in the corner. Out front to Harvey. Driscoll, top of the key, three, in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Anderson came out of it. And I thought that was a good block.
Yeah, and he's saying no shot, so it must have been something way before the shot, as it looks like the foul will be on Sanders. Frank picks up his first foul, but I'm not sure why that wouldn't have been on the shot.
I don't know either, but they're saying it wasn't. It was on the floor. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. As two more substitutions come in for Mount Zion, and now Gabe Smith checks in for Frank Sanders. Smith checks in for the Railers. Gabe, a 6'2 junior.
Trimble in the lane on the blocks, goes up against Hayes. No good. Battle for the rebound. Battling for the rebound and ripping it out of there is Hayes. Ahead to Miller. Out front, Hayes. Hayes going to shake and bake down the lane against Owens. Layup time, no good. Gets his own rebound. Good pass to Connick. Connick was fouled. Oh, and a technical foul's been called.
Yeah, I think 12. McAtee pushed Carson after the shot, pushed him after the foul was called, and then gave him a shove in the back, and the referee is going to call technical. It looks to be on McAtee.
You're correct, and And the technical foul was also on McAtee, too?
It looked like it to me.
Yep, that's 2 quick fouls on Grant McAtee and 3 on Mount Zion. Again, they get to 5. They shoot 2 free throws. There is no more 1 in bonus, but the fouls reset after every quarter. You like that rule?
I do. I think it's something different. I think it if you're late in the game and you're trying to foul and the team's in the bonus. I think it doesn't give you a very good chance to get back in the game, with 2 free throws. But I think it's something that the Railers will have to, and every team will have to be different. It's at the junior high level, so I don't know that it hasn't affected us. I guess as of now, we'll find out.
Comnick makes the first one, second one up and good. I was thinking about that. Even when you had the 1 in bonus, once you got to 10 fouls, so 7th foul you were shooting 1 in bonus, you were only shooting it for about 3 fouls anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we didn't get 4 free throws there. If you got
I don't know either.
And we got fouled on the shot.
Strange night here, folks. Power goes out right as we start the broadcast. Wow. Smith in the corner. Miller took the 3, and Owens swatted that out of bounds.
Yeah, Owen Owens, a good athlete at 6'8", long arms too. Look at the long legs he's got. He doesn't play a lot underneath, but he made 3 threes on Monday night for the Braves, and that time he timed up the shot for Miller and blocked it out of bounds.
Lincoln up 7-2, 39 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Connick out front against Trimble. Trimble really hounding him. Carson doing a good job handling the basketball. Gets it to Hayes. Smith, top of the key. Left side, Miller. Miller against Custer. Miller looking to drive out front, Hayes. Lincoln may be going for the last shot of the quarter, or at least the last shot. 5 on the shot clock, 4. 3 on the shot clock, got to get it up. Connick, a long 3, nearly banked it in, and they're going to call it a shot clock violation.
Yeah, really the first time that's hurt us, and that I think that's where it will come to be an adjustment after a foul or after a ball that's been tipped out of bounds. Do the players realize that the shot clock has not changed?
Driscoll. Owens, and got hit by Miller. Brady Miller going for the basketball, hit Driscoll upside the head. Not intentional, of course, but still a foul.
Yeah, 3 team fouls for the Railers and 3 team fouls for the Braves now.
Owens to inbound. On the right side, goes out front to Custer. 7 seconds to go. Custer out front, Owens. Trimble in the corner. Custer, 3 out of the corner, up. No good. Rebound, Anderson batted away. And at the end of 1 quarter, it is Lincoln 7, Mount Zion 2. We're going to send it back to the station for a 60-second timeout and a word from many of our fine sponsors. This is WLCN 96.3 FM.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, about to start quarter number 2. Want to thank many of our fine sponsors, Grimaldi Law Offices and Chicago Street Rentals. We didn't get to do the Chicago Street Rentals tip-off because the power went out.
May need to borrow one of those generators from Chicago Street Rentals the next time.
Yeah, Chicago Street Rentals. You might want to send one along with us just as a backup, just in case. Yeah.
Like you got that thing on your sump pump. We got one here on the on the broadcast.
Trimble out front, Owens. Mount Zion with the basketball to start quarter number 2. Driscoll, Custer, long three. A bomb shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound.
Yeah.
And they're going to go against Mount Zion. Is it going to go against Anderson?
Looked like it was Anderson. Comnick under there battling with 2 Braves. And it looked like it might have been, I think they gave it to Owens maybe, 23.
They did.
Yeah, Owens. So you got on the floor Comnick, Miller, Smith, Hayes, and Keon Carson.
Mount Zion going to press a little bit here. Looks like a 1-2-2. Carson. Comnick goes inside Smith. Ball batted away, and they're going to call it off of Smith as Trimble came from behind him, batted the ball away, or it looks like Smith may have had the last hand on it. And Mount Zion will inbound the basketball against the Lincoln 1-2-2 press. Driscoll. Owens. Driscoll cross-court pass Custer. Custer will hold it now and give it out to Owens. Owens batted away by Keon Carson. Keon turns on the afterburner, was going to lay it up, slipped on the floor, and I think we're going to have a jump ball. Yep. And Keon a little slow in getting up.
Yeah, I think Keon says even if he puts on the brakes, he's not going to shoot it over Owens. Just keep your dribble and maybe see if you can find a shooter coming in right behind you. I think he was trying to put the brakes on to get a shot fake up and have Owens go, but at 6'8" and Keon at 5'6", probably not going to matter about the shot fake.
Lincoln with the possession and ball stolen by Owen Owens.
Take a charge.
Up front to Owens. Trimble up and no good. Missed a bunny. Ball batted around. Owens the rebound up and good. And I think the foul is going to go against Carson Comnick.
Yeah, they got the Braves to miss the layup, but then the Railers couldn't fight in there underneath enough for the rebound. Hayes and Comnick under there, and Owen Owens picks it up and then puts it up, and Comnick with the foul. His first, and the team's first here after they reset after the second quarter. So 7-4, Railers still up here, 7:13 left in the second.
Owen Owens, 6'8", up and no good. Missed the free throw. Up and Anderson, up and good.
Yeah.
And that'll make it 7-6 pretty quick. Mount Zion comes to within 1. Carson in the backcourt, still in the backcourt, trying to work it against the press. Miller drives in the trees. Miller lost the basketball, and here comes Mount Zion the other way. Custer against Carson to Trimble. Inside Anderson, layup time, got it. And Neil Alexander wants timeout.
Yeah, a quick 6 points now for the Braves, but a 7-2 lead was now 8-7 lead for the Braves, and they got out on a transition turnover, and Anderson, the big boy, fills the lane and gets an easy layup.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
20 Woodlawn Road, or call 217-735-2531. You know, Lloyd and Jim and everybody at the station, we're doing a heck of a job securing sponsors. We've got probably a record number of sponsors this year.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be with
Gowan misses the layup. Ball batted around. Schilling has it. Schilling looking for somebody. Hayes in the corner. Gowan. Hayes going to go down the lane. Throws it up. Good.
Yeah, nice aggressive take there by Hayes, and a nice rebound there as the Railers got another offensive rebound and worked it around. Then Hayes with a nice drive and a floating one-hander as the Railers take the lead now 9-8.
Custer, Trimble, in the corner, Driscoll, long three, the lefty up, no good. Rebound, Gowan. 6:12 to go here in the half. Lincoln up 9-8. Again, we have a shot clock. Shot clock's only come into play once. Baseline Sanders spin move. Hey, and Anderson batted it out of the air. Custer, quick three, up and no good. Ball batted out of bounds. Thought there might have been a foul there on Hayes, but it's going to go Lincoln basketball. Oh, and now are we going to have a change in the call? The outside official comes in. And now they change the call.
Yeah, and I don't know why this guy's got a perfect view of it down here on the baseline, and now we're going to have a guy come in from nowhere. I don't know how that gets reversed.
Neil Alexander stalking the sidelines, obviously not happy. Mount Zion will inbound the basketball, left side of their basket, underneath their basket. They go out front. Driscoll and Carson going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, and I think that might be Carson. Is that his second foul? No, just first?
First. Second of the quarter. Again, the fouls reset. Second foul of the quarter for Lincoln.
Yeah, neither team shooting it very well, Jay. 20% for Mount Zion and 20% also for the Railers.
Trimble, left wing, out front, looks, Owens. Owens goes inside McAtee. Ball batted away. Nice defense by Trey Schilling. Ball batted out of bounds. It'll remains out in Mount Zion basketball. And you're right, Josh. The players need to understand the shot clock's not resetting on that tip. So
Right.
we've got 23 seconds on the shot clock. Owens inbounds, looking, way out front into the backcourt to Driscoll. Custer, Driscoll. Driscoll goes to McAtee. McAtee going to drive down the lane against Hayes. Nope. Trimble in the corner. Owens, long three out of the corner. Rainbow shot up, no good. Hayes battles for the rebound. Boy, the toughness of Drew Hayes really showing tonight, Josh.
Strong hands, Jay. I mean, he gets his grips on the ball. It's coming down to himself. And that time McAtee tried to rip it away from him, but he just couldn't.
Carson going to drive it in. Carson has man beat, but the trees were there waiting for him. Hayes, right wing against Owens. Out front, Schilling, nice fake. Schilling the pump fake. Carson, the long three. Up front of the, no, didn't even in front of the iron. Sanders. And Sanders went for it out of bounds, but it's Mount Zion basketball.
Yeah, great pump fake and kick out to Keon. Keon just not one of his strong points, especially from that deep behind the arc, but he was wide open with a nice pass from Schilling.
And Jossie's got to take the shot because if they know he's not going to shoot, they won't come out on him at all. Custer, McAtee in the backcourt against the Lincoln press. Trimble. Back out front, McAtee. McAtee nearly stolen by Carson. McAtee down the lane against the Railers. And an offensive foul. No! Oh, my! Sanders going to get called for the blocking foul.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like Frank was there for quite a while waiting for him. I don't know if he moved at the last second, but he looked pretty solid from here.
You know, the block charge is one of the hardest things for the officials to call. And while we may not have thought there was a blocking foul there, the official saw it differently. Sanders to the sidelines. Gabe Smith going to come back in.
First free throw for the Braves. McAtee missed the first one. That's the first one they've attempted here tonight. Second up and good for the Braves.
Got the second one, and Hayes is thrown to the floor. And a timeout taken by Mount Zion. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here.
Anymore, it's really become a football sport anymore, Jay. I mean, it's really, really physical out there. Hayes just got blasted to the ground by Anderson and nothing calling. It's the more these officials let this go by, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
You know, that was one of the things I talked to an official. That was one of the things that he talked about with the rules change to the two-shot foul and the 1-and-1 on the rebounds. There was so much physical play going on. But as we saw, there's a two-shot foul, and Hayes just got thrown to the floor.
Yeah, and 3 team fouls on the Railers now. You get to that magic number of 5, and as we talked about before, each team gets 2 free throws instead of the bonus. So back tied at 9. As we said, Jay, neither team shooting it very well right now. The Railers 3 of 16 from the field for 19%, and right behind them at 19% as well, Mount Zion 4 of 21. Mount Zion yet to make a 3, 0 of 9. The Railers just 1 of 8.
Carson working against the Mount Zion press. Long pass ahead to Schilling. Schilling right in front of the Mount Zion bench. Out front, Hayes. Mount Zion picking up their defense, extending it quite a bit. Out front, Carson. Carson fakes. Hayes. Left wing, Schilling. Schilling looking for somebody. Out front, Hayes. Lincoln spread the floor a little bit. Schilling, nice fake, goes inside Smith. Smith in a little bit of trouble. Inside Hayes. Hayes under the basket. Kick out Gowan. Gowan, nice fake. 3, blocked by Owens. And Custer comes out of there with it. Lincoln Custer quickly up the floor. Driscoll in the corner. Owens inside Anderson. Anderson going to try and bull his way inside. And a ball knocked out of bounds. And the Lincoln bench's reaction makes me think it went off of Anderson. But it'll remain Mount Zion basketball.
Yeah, it looked like almost Gowan, the way Gowan reacted is it looked like he had hit it off of Anderson's leg, but not to, I guess the official didn't pick that one.
Owens to inbound, goes out front to Harvey, Jacob Harvey in the basketball game. Harvey lost the basketball, gets it back. Right side Trimble, 3:58 to go, 20 on the shot clock. Out front Driscoll, Trimble, Working it out front against the Lincoln 1-2-2. Driscoll loses it just a little bit, gets it back in the corner. Owens, step back three, up back the iron, no good. Trimble skied for the board, couldn't get it. Anderson gets it underneath. Smith challenges him. A lot of body contact underneath. Ball batted out of bounds.
I'm a Railer fan, but that's not a foul. Holy cow.
One on the shot clock, so this is going to be interesting. And let's see if Mount Zion realizes the time on the shot clock.
Why does it? This guy's saying to reset it.
And it did reset to 35 seconds.
Wonder why.
I don't.
But Mark, maybe write that down, Jay. That might be something we need to ask Coach after the game.
Trimble out front. Driscoll in the corner. Owens back out front, and nice pass stolen by Hayes.
Yeah, he's really good back there at reading passes. Very good vision. He's always watching the passer, and he did that a couple times in the full court on Monday.
We are tied at 9. 3:22 to go, and ball thrown into the backcourt. It'll be a backcourt violation against Lincoln, and it'll turnover goes to Mount Zion. Josh, we're struggling right now against their defense quite a bit, actually.
Well, and I think a little bit of the struggle is you've got 6'8" Owen Owens out on the top of that. It looks like almost a 1-3-1 trap, and it's hard for Keon to circle around or to get around him. And then that time, Gowan caught it in the corner and was going to try and lob it over another bigger player, and it was just obviously went too far.
Driscoll, ball off of Trimble's knee, out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball. As Trimble goes into the crowd right near Roger and Sally Gazda sitting behind the Lincoln bench. Hayes to inbound the basketball right in front of the Lincoln student managers. 3:02 to go here in the half. Again, we are tied at 9.
Yeah, it looks like I wanted to see if the Braves will stay in this trapping 1-3-1, or it's almost a 1. Now they'll go back to man, it looks like.
Left wing, Hayes, nice drive on it, up and got it in and got fouled.
No, I think it's goaltending. He was going to call goaltending. Yeah, goaltending. Basket was good. It hit the bankboard first, and then Owen Owens tipped it to try to block it, but no foul. Basket good for the Railers, and a nice strong move there by Hayes. He kind of baited his guy as he thought about going to go off of that screen. Swept the ball underneath and attacked the rim.
I've seen officials just let that go when the basket goes in, but that one didn't. He was making the call, and it would have been a goaltending call.
Right.
Out front, Driscoll to Custer. 2:37 to go here in the half. Lincoln up 2, 11-9. Physical play and tough defense. Driscoll the 3 on the way. He got it.
Yeah, it's a matter of time, and we've gotten loose. So their guys have gotten loose a couple times in that corner, and this time Driscoll makes us pay.
Mount Zion going to stay in that man-to-man now. Out front, Carson, Comnick, Hayes, Schilling to Keon. Keon out front, back to Schilling between the circles. Looks for somebody. Nice switch by Mount Zion. Out front, Comnick, Smith, Keon kick to Schilling. Lincoln run a little bit of a weave in the kicks, and Schilling getting hosed. And they finally called the foul. Foul's going to be on Lincoln Custer. That'll be their second, and I believe his first. Mount Zion up 12-11, minute 51 to go. Shot clock resets on the foul. Schilling in the corner, slipped a little bit on the floor. Comnick against Trimble, goes in the corner, Hayes. Out front, Schilling faked the 3. Keon, Gabe Smith, nice fake, got his man up in the air. Carson going to go down the lane, kick out Smith. Tried to pass it back, and Carson wasn't ready for it. He kind of was stepping back instead of cutting to the basket, and the ball goes out of bounds, and turnover goes to Mount Zion. Owens in the backcourt. Now across the timeline to Driscoll. Owens.
Well, you talked about the shot clock speeding up the game and having more points. It's far from that tonight.
They go inside Anderson. I think Gabe Smith's going to get called for the reaching foul. Yep. That'll be his first and the team's fourth.
That is his first.
Next one, no matter what, is a 2-shot foul. Owens goes inbounds, Trimble. Back to Owens, baseline, layup, time, good. Nice play there by Mount Zion. Kind of caught Lincoln napping just a little bit.
Pretty simple out of bounds. Throw it up to the guy that can really jump and throw it right back into the inbounder, and Lincoln lost track of the inbounder.
54 on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock. Carson sets the offense. Keon. Mount Zion in a man-to-man. Hayes. Smith looking for the cutter in the corner. Gets it to Comnick. Comnick against Trimble. Back out front. Smith. Carson. Schilling. Carson. Carson going to take it in the lane. Kick out Smith. Smith faked the three. Across to Comnick. Comnick lost the basketball. Comnick up and no good. Back of the iron. Rebound Anderson. 24 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Mount Zion going to take the last shot of the half, it looks like. Custer going to work it out front and spread the Lincoln defense. Driscoll. Over the defense to Owens. Ball batted away. Anderson and Smith going at it inside. And Anderson misses the bunny. Hayes going to have to get up the floor in a hurry. Here comes Drew Hayes. Drew Hayes to Smith. Layup time. No good. Rebound. Hayes up and good.
Nice follow by Hayes. He just kept going. The guy that never stops. He just followed the rebound. The missed shot by Smith. And Hayes follows it up. So a big basket.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball.
sophomore, the 6'8 sophomore, 6 points for J.C. Anderson, 4 points for Owen Owens, 3 for Sam Driscoll, the only three-pointer made for the Braves. Driscoll hit that, and 1 free throw for McAtee. And, I believe if he wasn't the leading scorer, he would have been second last year, in Lincoln Custer yet to get on the scoreboard. He's tried. He's 0 for 4 from three-point land. The Railers done a good job so far on him. Leading the way for the Railers here tonight, Drew Hayes. Hayes with 6 points and 7 rebounds. Drew's 3 of 4 from the field. We just got to get Drew to shoot the ball a little bit more. 5 points for Trey Schilling. The only three-pointer made was by the man named Trey, and 2 points off 2 free throws for Carson Komnick. The Railers shoot 24%, 5 of 21 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 14 rebounds for the Railers, 5 of them offensive, 6 turnovers, 3 steals for Lincoln. So, yeah, it's been a defensive battle. You know, you hear a lot of it about football and being defense when you get that 7-3 halftime score. And this is kind of what that has been, Jeff. Jay, very physical. I had Jeff on my mind because he just texted me. Jeff Nelson, one of your favorite former Railers, said hi, tell Jay hi. So I was getting ready to do that as well. But both defenses playing really well. Both teams playing extremely, extremely hard. And at this point in the season, don't you always say, like even in football, the defense is normally ahead of the offense just because you just got to tackle on defense. Now you just got to guard. The offense has to make shots, and right now nobody's doing that.
I don't know if Mount Zion has got the right people covering our shooters or it's something else, but I've noticed that we've got guys out on the perimeter and they seem to be covered by somebody, and many times it's somebody they're giving up 6-7 inches to. So it's very hard for our guys to get that shot off. They've made some nice fakes. They're going to have to do something with those fakes, though, once they either drive to the basket or dish it off to somebody else, one of the two, to get some of that offense going, because that's something we need to get going right now, is get this offense going, get a few points on the board, a few buckets. Drew Hayes really brought the crowd to its feet and I think got the team fired up by making that bucket at the very end.
Well, it's a big basket, too. A little momentum for the Railers, and we talked about it. Drew just with 6 points, but he's 3 of 4 from the field, and we've just got to get Drew to be a little more aggressive and find some different areas for him to score. Man, the big guy's been a horse on the boards already. 7 rebounds for Drew in that first half, and we've got to find a way to get him more in line and more in with touches where he can score the basketball. But I think when you look back at the Railers too, Jay, that could be a problem most of the season. You know, you look at some of our guards, not big in height. Keon Carson, obviously 5'7". Brady Miller just 5'9". Trey Schilling at 6 foot. Aiden Gowan at 6 foot. When some of those guys that are guarding him could be 6'3" with long arms. If those guys aren't open with a decent distance, it may not be in a great time for them to take it.
In case you missed some of the previous action here from the Eaton Electrical Tournament, Belleville West beat Mahomet Seymour last night, 74-45. Champaign Centennial looking like probably our chief rival here in this pool, maybe. Josh, I don't know. They're 2-0 right now. They beat Danville 70-63 last night. Belleville-Autoff handed it to Cahokia 68-36. And an earlier action here tonight, Danville lost to Belleville West. Belleville West 82-66 winner over Danville. Tomorrow it'll be Cahokia Mount Zion at 3. Friday, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Don't come out here tomorrow because nobody will be here. Cahokia Mount Zion at 3. Mahomet Seymour Danville 4:45. Belleville West Champaign Centennial. That could be a really good game at 6:30. Come and watch that one as the lead into the Lincoln Belleville-Autoff game at 8:15. And we want to mention that WLCN will be on site over at the Morton Lady Potters Thanksgiving Tournament.
That's Friday, right?
That's right. That is Friday. It is
early game.
Yes, and I have a double header to do. So, I'm not sure how you and Kirby get the easy assignment. You only got one game on Friday. I got 2. And a 2 on Saturday as well. The girls will play Richwoods at 10 a.m. and I believe come back at 3 o'clock and play Champaign Central. Then on Saturday they'll play East St. Louis, and I think that's around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. And then they play the host Morton at around 5 o'clock on Saturday night. So the girls in a pretty good tournament over there in the Potter Dome against Morton and those other teams.
Yeah, you'll have to save your voice tomorrow and not talk much because you've got a full day on Friday and Saturday.
We're hosting Thanksgiving. I don't think that's going to happen unless I just go and hide somewhere else in the house, which is a possibility.
There you go. Turn on the football.
It's 14-13. Mount Zion up 1. 7-1 on Lincoln here at halftime. 3 minutes to go before we start the second half. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute word from many of our fine sponsors here on the 2023-24 basketball season. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Your Edward Jones financial advisor located at 407 Keokuk in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. And of course, Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance with offices in Lincoln and Atlanta, sponsoring every made Railer three-pointer here in the 23-24 season. And Josh, we could use a couple of them here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I haven't heard Chris's name mentioned enough tonight here, and you're exactly right. We need a couple to get this crowd back into it and get back on top here against Mount Zion. But as we talked about in the off air there, we just haven't gotten a lot of good looks. You know, even our looks have been, I thought, a little rushed because Mount Zion is a very good defensive team. They're on us early. They know our shooters, and I think Gowan's got a couple, just hasn't been able to knock them down. And then Trey had one that he was able to get down early on, and then had one that rolled around the rim a little bit. But you're right, the Railers just got to get better looks, be in tune here, and keep up that defense and keep rebounding. Frank, look like the starting five for the Railers will be the starting five for the game. Keon, Carson, Gowan, Schilling, Sanders, and Hayes.
Mount Zion open with the basketball here on our side of the court. Trimble inbounds the basketball. The officials are ready to go, and here we go. Into Driscoll. Driscoll in the backcourt against Carson. Driscoll looks, looking for somebody. Custer right wing. Custer thought maybe travel, kick back out front. Driscoll out front. Trimble. Ball batted away briefly by Schilling, but recovered by Custer.
Yeah, I think don't worry about Trimble out on the perimeter. He's a high flyer athlete underneath. You got to make sure you really worry about Owen Owens. They got Owen Owens starting the second half now, so they've got three shooters on the court with Driscoll, Custer, and Owens.
Driscoll, Custer in the corner. Owens over Sanders. Three on the way up, no good. Rebound battle for underneath. Trimble got it, no good. Rebound Anderson lays it up, back in the iron. It fell off. Rebound Sanders.
Boy, the Railers got lucky there, Jay. 2 point-blank opportunities for the Braves off offensive rebounds and couldn't get either one of them to go.
Big Frank out on the wing. Kicks it out, Gowan. Gowan tried to throw it into traffic. Ball batted out of bounds by Owens. And it remained Lincoln basketball underneath their basket. 7:03 to go. Just started the third quarter. Mount Zion up 14-13. Schilling looking for the cutter. Schilling will go way out front to Hayes. Hayes out near the volleyball line. Carson Carson between the legs, dribble, in between the circles, goes left wing, now back to the right wing to Gowan. Gowan out front, Schilling. Hayes looking to cut. Mount Zion still in the man-to-man. Out front, Hayes. Hayes going to take it into traffic. Hayes, 15-foot turnaround, up, back of the iron, no good. Got his own rebound, up and no good. And Anderson comes out of there with it.
Boy, Hayes did a great job of following the shot, and I thought it was right in that perfect area for him to score, and just couldn't get the putback to go down.
Owens left wing, out front Custer, Driscoll, Trimble. Look to drive baseline on Hayes. Goes inside Owens, free throw line, kick back out Custer. Custer drives against the Lincoln defense. Gowan going to get called for the foul. 6:19 to go here in the third quarter. Again, Mount Zion 14, Lincoln 13, low scoring first quarter. Poor shooting by both teams with some very physical defense, and it's physical here in the third quarter as well. Driscoll looking inside, kick out Custer and left wing, up and no good with the three. Schilling hauls down the rebound.
Yeah, Trey's done a good job on that backside rebound of the defense. When the shot goes up on the other side of him, normally it's coming his way from the corner, and he's done a good job. Not overly athletic, but strong and gets in good position.
Hayes trying to do something against Owens. Threw the ball away right to Trimble. Trimble up the floor, carried the basketball, and Greg Alexander noticed it.
Yeah, the referee wasn't even watching.
They go inside Anderson. Anderson bulls his way under the basket. Driscoll, three on the way, good.
Doesn't it always burn you too? You know, the non-carry call comes down and results in a three-pointer.
And an official's timeout. Something on the floor. Maybe some moisture on the floor. They're trying to wipe it up with their shoes. Grant McAtee in the basketball game for Mount Zion. Mount Zion leads now 17-13. Anderson and Driscoll, the leading scorers for Mount Zion, almost all their points. They've got 6 each. Drew Hayes, the leading scorer for Lincoln, 6 points, and I think Drew at halftime had 7 boards.
Yeah, you're right.
Carson, the drive in, kicks it out Sanders. Sanders goes Gowan, and they're going to call Sanders for the illegal screen. Fouls the third on Big Frank. Again, Mount Zion up 4, 5:22 to go here in the third period. Custer the basketball. Driscoll looks. Mount Zion running a little switch down here on the baseline between Anderson and McAtee. Trying to pick the backs off and get somebody open. Looking inside for Anderson. Custer goes in the lane, kicks down McAtee. McAtee against Sanders, nearly threw it away. They go inside Anderson. Anderson works on Hayes. Anderson, kick out Trimble. Long three by Custer, up and good. Good ball movement by Mount Zion, and that puts them up 7. Lincoln needs a basket here badly, Josh.
Yeah, they do. We've gone scoreless. Haven't really even gotten a couple any good shots here in the second half.
Carson out front, looking. There's Gowan off the picks and screens. Gowan long three, up and no good. Battle under the boards. Hayes comes out of there with it to Schilling. Out front, Carson. Keon. Schilling going to take the three, up and no good off the iron. Sanders battles for the rebound. Anderson comes out of there with it. Here comes Mount Zion in a hurry, ahead to Trimble. Hayes knocks it out of bounds. 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. Gabe Smith into the ball game for Frank Sanders. Owen Owens back in the basketball game, going to replace Anderson.
Concession stand still has pizza available for $1. $1 pizza at the concession stand.
Custer out front as Carson bellies up to him. Driscoll against Schilling. Ball batted away by Trey. Ball on the floor. Trey's got it. Trying to kick it out. No, and Mount Zion comes out with it. Blocked by Hayes. Great block by Drew Hayes. He falls down. Hayes slow to get up. I don't know if he may have twisted an ankle.
Boy, he's been active.
We're going to have to watch Drew Hayes because he may have twisted an ankle right there. Seems to be now a little better running down the floor. They go inside Gowan. Gowan, nice fake. Layup time. Good! And what's the call here? We got a foul on the floor, and I think it's going to be on Keon Carson.
Yeah, and the Railers got to watch it here. They're at 3 fouls now with 3:43 left here in the game, or in the quarter. So 2 more, and you send the Braves to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Driscoll.
What a first basket by the Railers
in a long time.
Yeah, half a quarter, and then maybe not counting. Well, I guess we got that one right at the end of the second quarter, but it's been a long time since the Railers without a field goal.
Over 4 minutes nearly 5 minutes without a field goal. Inside McAtee, ball batted away. Nice play by Gowan. Schilling up the floor in a hurry. Schilling, Hayes. Hayes drives it. Carson, Smith in the corner. Gowan, three on the way. No good. Rebound, Hayes. There's that man again. Up. Hayes in the trees. Back out front, Gowan. Carson had Hayes on the baseline. Schilling, right wing. Back out front, Gowan. Smith in the corner. Smith, Schilling. Carson going to take it down the lane. Kick out Schilling. Three on the way. No good. Back of the iron. Trimble the rebound. Custer. Owens goes inside McAtee on Smith. Out front, Custer. Long three. Up and good. Lincoln Custer, he's burned us in the past and looks like he's going to do it again tonight.
Yeah, he's got hot. We held him scoreless in that first half, and he can shoot it. He just missed some open ones in the first half, and now he's gotten two good looks, and he's been able to bury him.
Ball batted out of bounds by Owens. Anderson going to come back in the basketball game, going to replace Sam Driscoll. Lincoln right now 6 of 28 from the floor. Mount Zion 9 of 34 from the floor. Out front, Hayes, ball, tried to kick it in the corner, and Trimble. Nice recovery, batted it out of bounds. 15 on the shot clock, 2:15 to go here in the third. Hayes, out front, Carson. Goes inside, Hayes, nice pass, layup, good.
Yeah, a little fake screen, and Hayes would go right to the bucket. Nice pass by Keon here, and the Railers got to get a couple stops now. It's time to get out on Custer.
23-17, the Lincoln lead. They go inside McAtee.
Let him shoot.
Trimble, nice fake, goes down the lane, layup, time up, no good. Ball batted around, and Keon comes out of there with it. Keon quickly up the floor, Schilling, long three, no good. Ball on the floor. Trimble chases it down. Gowan has him trapped in the corner. Out front, Custer. Custer across the timeline. Custer waits for Trimble, and now Mount Zion sets their offense. Looking at McAtee at the free throw line. Left wing, Owens. Out front, Custer. Owens. Baseline, Anderson back out front, Custer. They go into McAtee, 15-footer up, in and out, no good. Rebound goes to Gowan.
Yeah, nice box out by Hayes. That's what we talked about in the pregame. Hayes may not get all of them, but he got J.C. Anderson out of there, got him on his backside, and Gowan came and cleaned it up.
Minute 5 to go, 23 on the shot clock. Gowan out front, Schilling, Hayes, Carson. Out front, Schilling fakes the three. Smith with the three, good! Gabe Smith, a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer off the left wing. 23-20, the Mount Zion lead.
Well, the Railers made a little comeback here, Jay, and now it's time for a big stop here.
Custer, the long three, right wing up, no good. Anderson, the air ball, gets the rebound, a reverse layup, and good. J.C. Anderson had in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, an air ball. Always tough to rebound an air ball, and Anderson knew exactly where that thing was going.
Shot clock off, 24 seconds on the game clock. Thought Hayes got fouled out front by Custer, no call. Out front to Hayes. Hayes looking. Mount Zion in that zone, 1-3-1 zone trap. Carson goes baseline, Gowan, nice fake. Baseline 15-footer, no good. Rebound McAtee. Nice fake by Gowan and got himself open, just couldn't nail the shot. 4 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds, shot out of the corner, Trimble up, no good. And at the end of 3 quarters, it is Mount Zion 25 and the Lincoln Rail Splitters 20. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Culver's of Lincoln is one of our fine sponsors, home of the Butter Burger and some of the finest frozen custard you'll ever eat. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. 25-20, Josh, the Mount Zion lead, and Lincoln picked up the offense a little bit there late in the third quarter.
Yeah, we needed it too. We were, as you said earlier, about 5 minutes without a basket, and got a big three there by Gabe Smith, and then the Railers back into it a little bit. So this zone by Mount Zion has caused us some problems. We've been able to find open spots. We got to find open guys and kick it to shooters.
Gowan out of the corner, three, no, across the iron. Gowan's had some good looks, just not able to knock the shots down. Ball batted to the floor, could have been a foul right there, no call. Custer out front, and Mount Zion looks a little bit hurried right now. And we'll see if Custer, he's going to try and settle him down a little bit. Carson Comnick in the basketball game. Keon Carson taking his seat. They go McAtee left wing, out front Custer. One good thing about the shot clock, Josh, they can't put the ball in the deep freeze.
You're right. And that's one thing that it may sometimes hurt the Railers, but it's also going to help us sometimes in some other games.
6 seconds on the shot clock. 5, 4. And Mount Zion going to have to do something here in a hurry. They throw it to Custer. He's not going to get the shot off, and it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, Miller now will check in for Gowan, and we'll see if maybe Brady can get his feet set in that corner right in front of the Railer bench. That's where we've gotten some shots. That's where Gowan's gotten some shots. And again, our senior just hasn't been able to step up and hit them.
Hayes, Comnick now across the timeline against the Mount Zion 1-3-1 zone trap. Out front, Carson Comnick drives in, kicks right wing Miller. Out front, Comnick, Hayes. Miller out of the corner, nice fake. Drives it, and I think he got fouled.
Like he stepped on the end line.
Oh, he stepped on the end line, sorry. Brady Miller stepped on the sideline, or stepped on the end line, going for the drive. It'll go to Mount Zion. Again, 6:52 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, I need a big steal and some sort of an easy layup here. If Comnick can get his hand on the ball and Miller can swipe through and steal it or something, we need a big defensive stop. Get up on him.
Out front, Custer, Driscoll in the corner, Trimble. Looking inside now, Owens is posted up. Owens down the lane, left-hander up, and it fell in. Every one of those they've had before, Josh, has rolled off the iron, but that one fell in. Hayes to Miller. Sanders looking to come back in the basketball game. Dangerous pass, nearly stolen. Hayes, the basketball. Schilling, baseline Smith in trouble. Out of the corner, Schilling out of the coffin corner. Chris Coyne, State Farm three. Make it 27-23. Needed that bucket, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. Nice. And it was a quick shot, too. You talked about the confidence of Schilling early in this season, and it's catch and release, and he has looked good from behind the arc. 2 threes for Trey tonight.
And it's going to be a timeout taken by Mount Zion. It'll be a full timeout. Remind you of many of our fine sponsors. We have a plethora of sponsors this year. Lloyd Kirby and Jim Ash have done a wonderful job. Dara Entwistle, your independent health insurance agent, call 217-737-7581. Of course, the Eaton Corporation, the sponsor of this tournament. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean. In Lincoln, Pastor Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Grau Incorporated, your Grimaldi Law Offices. Headline Salon, 602 and a half Keokuk Street. Call Brett at 217-651-8310. Headline Salon, where your hair makes the statement. I doubt they could do much for mine as gray as it is.
Lincoln Printers providing complete quality satisfaction at a fast, fair price while utilizing modern technology and a creative flair. Call Lincoln Printers at 217-732-3121.
The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of people and communities it serves. Find them on Facebook to learn more about offerings such as the LMH Trailblazers walking program on Wednesdays. And of course, Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 as we get set to resume action here. 5:57 to go. Only 23 on the shot clock when that timeout was taken. Trimble goes inside Owens. Anderson layup time coming. He got fouled from behind by Miller. Missed the layup. We were lucky there.
Yeah, you're right. You couldn't ask for a better spot for Anderson underneath, and he could have dunked that thing. And but probably not a bad foul, really. Send him to the free throw line. The Railers just their first foul in this quarter with 5:47 left in the fourth. Send Anderson, the sophomore, to the line.
First one for J.C. Anderson. Good-looking 6'8 sophomore. Up and good. List him at 6'8", 230, and I bet he's every bit of 230 pounds, Josh. He's put together.
Yeah, I got to know him pretty well. He played some travel basketball with Carson, and very good family and a good kid as well.
Made the first one, second one up, got them both. 29-23, a two-possession game. Hayes, Komnick, back to Hayes. Mount Zion going to press, looks like a 2-2-1 zone press. Schilling still in the backcourt. Long pass across to Komnick. Komnick drives it in. We're not sure what to do. Put up the shot, went for the ball, up and batted out of bounds. And it'll be Mount Zion basketball. Komnick got caught up in the air there, and I think he wasn't sure what to do at that point.
I think originally he wanted to shoot it and then saw Big Anderson coming toward him and kind of rethought about it and then had to double pump and didn't quite get the look that he wanted.
Driscoll going to pull it out. 5:22 to go in a basketball game. Mount Zion up 6. Custer. Trimble. Custer. In the corner, Driscoll. Long shot by Custer. A bomb three out near the volleyball line. That must have been every bit of about 27 feet, and he nailed it. 32-23, the Lincoln lead. Didn't even hesitate on that one, Josh.
No, and we weren't on him. He's going to shoot it if you let him get out there.
Komnick drives down the lane, kicks Sanders, Schilling, out front Miller. Miller, Hayes. Out front Schilling, Komnick. Komnick, Miller. Miller's got Trimble on him. He's going to have difficulty getting a shot off. Ball batted away from behind by Custer on Komnick. Custer's got it, up and good. And a timeout taken by Lincoln, and Neil Alexander is hot. Neil Alexander is hot. I think it's been a long time since I've seen him yell at an official like that, Josh. He was mad.
Usually when the defender reaches behind and slaps it from behind, and that's generally a foul every time, and they didn't call it, and nor does our ball handlers have to realize that too and pull it in front of them and turn and go to the basket.
You know, I hate to say this, but I played with guys that did that all the time because they couldn't play defense any other way. I mean, it's kind of a crummy way of playing defense.
Generally, you're beat.
Yes, you're beat, and the only way you've got is to reach around from behind, and you're right, generally that's called a foul. It wasn't this time.
Yeah, and Carson's got to realize that, and he's got to pull it in front of him, and if he does pull it in front of him, he's probably got a lane to the basket or some sort of a shot.
Schneider Chiropractic, providing results for body reconditioning, back and neck problems, along with preventative sports injury procedures. Call 217-732-2140. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. And of course, Tarter Brothers Mechanical, 602 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, and online at tarterbrothers.com. Again, Mount Zion up 9. Lincoln going to have to get some offense going here in a hurry, Josh, if they want to catch up with this Mount Zion club, because Mount Zion's not going to give this basketball game away.
Some big threes by Custer, and they haven't been exactly on the line. They've been some deep threes, and when they needed it, they've called upon their star.
Carson out front, little shake and bake dribble. Carson goes right wing Gowan. Gowan nearly threw it away and batted away by Owens. Hayes, Schilling looks out front Carson. Carson kick out Gowan, the long three, up and no good. Rebound Anderson, nearly lost it out of bounds, saves it, gets it to Driscoll. Driscoll ahead to Custer. Custer thought about taking the three, and now he kicks it back out. 25 on the shot clock, 3:47 to go in the game. Inside Owens lost the basketball, goes inside Anderson. Anderson kick out Custer, three on the way, no good, around and out. Anderson hauls the board down against Hayes, up and good. J.C. Anderson just muscled his way in there, and got it up and in.
Yeah,
Mount Zion leads 13.
When we get Custer to miss it, then they got the big rebound by Anderson, and somebody's got to do a little more rebounding than just Hayes. We got to have more green jerseys up there.
Carson had the ball batted away trying to pass it, and we are really struggle against this 1-3-1 zone trap, Josh.
Yeah, size. They've got Driscoll at, I think they list him at about 6'3". They've got Trimble at 6'4". Owen Owens at 6'8". Anderson at 6'7". And Driscoll, a small guy out there, but very quick. So it's hard for these Railers to see over the top.
Hayes going to drive down, left-hander up and good. Thought he got fouled, no call. Hayes with the bucket, make it 36-25. Hayes with 10.
Yeah, if we're going to be successful, we've got to have him with more field goal attempts.
Anderson, Custer against Gowan. Trimble inside Anderson. Anderson lost the ball up, layup time up, no good. Ball batted out of bounds, and it is Mount Zion basketball. Lincoln has really struggled rebounding tonight. We thought that might be a case with their size. Ball on the floor, and it will be Lincoln basketball. J.C. Anderson with the foul. Josh, I was just looking, Mount Zion right now with an 8-rebound edge, and it seems like more than that.
Yeah, it does. And, really it was close there in the first half, I believe, 19 to 16. Mount Zion, and I think they've kind of overcome that, obviously, here in the second half.
Schilling with an air ball three, airballed it over the basket. Ahead quickly to Owens. Owens, ball batted away. Nice recovery by Aiden Gowan.
Yeah, good hustle back there by Gowan.
2:27 to go in a basketball game. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Again, can't hold the basketball. However, they can hold it for 35 seconds and take the shot clock violation. And a 30-second timeout taken by the Braves here of Mount Zion. Josh, the things you talked about in the Me Realty keys of the game have pretty much come to pass.
Yeah, rebounding, handling the ball with their pressure, and we haven't guarded Custer in the second half. I shouldn't say guard him. He's hit some deep threes, so it's. Although you got to know where he's at because he will take them.
I thought we've done at least a pretty good job of keeping the ball out of from them getting the ball to Anderson in the post in the middle. Much of what he's done has been on rebound. He's got a lot of rebound
15 rebounds tonight for Anderson. 12 points, 15 rebounds for the big guy. And he's been a problem underneath. Obviously, him and Custer, the two big guns there. 12 for him, 11 for Lincoln Custer. Not a whole lot of scoring going on in the game, but they've got most of it.
Into the backcourt goes to Driscoll. Driscoll to Custer. Remember, this is a team that returns most everybody from a team that went to the sectional last year and lost by just 2 to a pretty powerful Decatur MacArthur club. Ball nearly stolen by Carson, and he commits the foul.
Yeah, and I think Coach even said it in the postgame on Monday that this is a sectional type team. This is a team you're going to have to beat to win a regional. Size, good guards, experienced guards.
Into Driscoll. Driscoll, Custer. Custer against Gowan. Thought he might have pushed off a little bit there. Trimble out front, Driscoll. And Mount Zion working a little bit of clock. They go baseline. Anderson go to slam it home. And J.C. Anderson gets the dunk on the baseline, 38-25.
Yeah, wide open there in the middle. And they've done a concerted effort to find Anderson, I thought, in this second half and to get Custer going.
Ball batted away by Custer, and Custer's going to commit the foul. That'll be just the second on Mount Zion in the fourth quarter. Lincoln to basketball right in front of the Lincoln student section. Schilling to inbound the basketball. Reminder that Josh and Scott will be here on Friday night, 8:15, the game time against Belleville-Waltoff. But you'll have basketball on for most of the day here on WLCN as we head over to Morton to do 2 girls games on Friday. Shot out of corner, Gowan short. Ball rebounded, battle on the floor. Schilling, ball still on the floor, diving on the floor. Trimble finally gets out of there with it to Owens. Owens and Carson. Carson tried to block it. I think Carson, you calling for the foul? Yep. Keon Carson at 5'6" went down against 6'8" Owen Owens. No fear and thought he might have had a block. Well, the crowd hasn't had much to cheer about, but that did bring many of them to their feet.
Yeah, it looked decently clean for as much contact has gone on tonight.
No. Owen Owens first one up, Clang back of the iron. Well, I don't care if you're from Mount Zion or Lincoln. If you were saving games to watch as good games to watch, this would not be one of them. It has been very physical, but it has been a poor shooting game on both sides. Trimble steals the basketball away on the press. Trimble looked like he walked up, no call. Ball batted around, missed a shot. Anderson with it, and they're going to get him for the travel as Gowan reached in there.
Yeah, as you said, been physical, but I think Mount Zion here in this second half has been the more aggressor team. They've gotten shots. They've been aggressive on the boards. They're at 32 rebounds to Lincoln's 22. 13 offensive rebounds for Mount Zion. And you give a talented team like this extra opportunities, especially opportunities for Anderson underneath. He's going to put it in.
Hayes, Gowan, nice fake. Gowan couldn't get it to go, went in and out. Ball rebounded. Anderson rips it out of there. 53 seconds to go. The Mount Zion lead is 14. Driscoll Custer goes inside Anderson. Anderson looking. Owens. Custer drives in the lane. Ball batted away. Owens. Driscoll. 14 on the shot clock. They go inside Anderson. Anderson going to bull his way down the lane. Kick out to Custer. Custer drives in the lane. Ball batted away by Schilling. Here comes Carson the other way. Keon kick to Gowan. Gowan Hayes. Hayes long three. Nope. Short. And out of bounds, it'll be Mount Zion basketball. 39-25, the Mount Zion lead. 18.2 on the board. Don't forget, Lady Railers play at 10 a.m. on Friday against Peoria Richwoods. Come on over to Morton. You got plenty of time to watch both those games and get over here for the Railer game at 8:30 that night. And Mount Zion just going to let the clock run out. 3, 2, 1. And that's going to do it. Mount Zion going to take this one 39-25 over the Lincoln Rail Splitters in a game where neither team shot particularly well. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for 2 minutes. When we come back, Josh and I will have the Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Grimaldi Law Office's post-game show.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where a less than pleased Lincoln crowd files out of here after Lincoln absorbs a 39-25 loss at the hands of the Mount Zion Braves. And Josh, as we talked, this is an early season test for this relatively inexperienced, somewhat Lincoln team. We lost, honestly, Josh, I think that Lincoln lost a lot more to graduation than Mount Zion did from last year. We lost the big guy Peyton Cook, which was the bulk of your scoring and rebounding. And
Bivin
and Jake Bivin. I mean, you're talking about some losses there you're trying to replace.
Right.
But, held us to 25. Mount Zion held us to 25 points tonight. We didn't shoot well. We got some good looks at the basket, but we struggle against their larger outside perimeter defenders.
Well, and we talked about it too, I think. Being sped up, I thought we looked sped up tonight. Even I thought our shots were not in rhythm of normal. I thought our shots were we're trying to get them off in a hurry because we saw a Brave coming at us, and it was right. We knew it'd be a different game. We knew they would be ready to go, and they were, and we were too. I would say, really, Jay, giving up 39 to this team is not bad, and really a lot of those obviously were in the second half. I think it was. What they have at half, 14, wasn't it 14-13, and finished with 39. So they got quite a few points in the second half, which Driscoll got hot there. Not Driscoll. Custer got hot from behind the three-point line and hit 3 or 4 of those from there. And then the big guy Anderson finished with 14 points and 16 rebounds. And when Custer missed it, Anderson seemed to be there for the rebound and the putback.
And in fact, when you look at the team rebounds, they out-rebounded Lincoln 34-23. And you can't say that the Lincoln kids weren't in there fighting for the rebounds, but 6'4" or 6'5", and even when you get down to Gabe Smith, maybe 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", fighting against 6'8", 230, 6'8", about 190 pounds.
Yeah.
And then the Trimble kid is only about 6'2", 6'3", but he's got long arms and he's extremely athletic.
Yeah, great athlete. We'll go through the stats here, Jay. Mount Zion, the winner here, 39-25. They shot 31% from the field, 15 of 48. They were 5 of 20 from three-point land for 25%. Didn't hurt us from the free throw line, just 4 of 7, 57%. But the big story, I think, was on the boards. 34 total rebounds for the Braves, and 14 of them offensive. 9 turnovers. They handled the ball against the pressure, which I thought they would because of their experienced guards. 5 steals for the Braves. They were led tonight by the 6'8" sophomore J.C. Anderson with 14 points, 16 rebounds. He was 6 of 13 from the field, and most of those opportunities, Jay, with a big guy like that, are right around the basket at point-blank range. 11 points for Lincoln Custer. All 3 of those three-pointers he made were in the second half. He was 3 of 10 from the three-point line. He had 11. 7 points for Owen Owens, 6 for Sam Driscoll, and 1 point for Grant McAtee. The Railers, 10 of 41 from the field, 24%, 3 of 22 from the field for 14%. Only 2 free throws were made by the Railers, 2 of 2. 23 rebounds, so the Railers got out-rebounded by 11, and 8 of the rebounds were offensive. 11 turnovers, 5 steals. The Railers were led tonight by, again, a double-double now for Hayes, 10 and 10. 10 points for Hayes, 10 rebounds for the 6'5" junior. Hayes was 5 of 9 from the field. 8 points for Trey Schilling. He had 2 Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointers. 3 points for Gabe Smith. 2 points apiece for Carson Komnick and Aiden Gowan to round out the 25. So again, struggle from the three-point line, Jay. 3 of 22. Gowan just couldn't get anything to go. 0 of 10 from the three-point line. And boy, we just, we talked about this. Consistent shooting will be one of the concerns, I think. Maybe not for Coach, but maybe for me. Do we have enough shooters and consistent shooting to open it up to where some of our drivers can drive, or we can drive it in and get it to Hayes? But I do know one thing. Hayes has got to get more attempts.
I would agree with that. Hayes has got to get more attempts. And, I really feel bad for Aiden Gowan going 1 of 15 from the floor, 0 of 10 from the three-point line. And, Josh, he had some decent looks at the basket, and you said we looked sped up. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe he was taking shots quicker than what he really wanted to, instead of maybe giving the ball, taking a shot instead of maybe giving it up, getting it back, and then taking a shot. I don't know. I mean, it's tough. Tough shooting night for that young man. Tough shooting night for all of the Railers, except Hayes, who went 5 of 9 from the floor. Again, 10 of 41 for the Railers. 3 of 22 from the three-point line, and 23 rebounds to Mount Zion's 34. Mount Zion's a very physical basketball team, and folks, I have a feeling you're going to see them probably in a regional championship or maybe even move on to the sectional.
Well, they're going to plow through the Apollo Conference.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. So they're going to have an easy way through that. But yeah, you're going to see them. Obviously, they're going to improve it. And the great thing is, it's the Railers' second game of the year. And they saw where they're at. They saw where they've got to improve. Their shooting's got to get more consistent with pressure, and they will. And I'm glad we got to play this game against a really good team.
And it'll be a good learning experience in the coming week of practice that Coach will have for these kids. There'll be a lot of emphasis on things that maybe went wrong here in the Mount Zion game. Good news is they don't have much time to think about it because it's Turkey Day tomorrow, and then it's going to be Belleville-Althoff at 8:15 on Friday night. Well, we're going to send it back to the WLCN studios, waiting for Coach to make his way over here. We're going to send it back to WLCN for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of the Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Grimaldi Law Office postgame show.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
As much as I can, and we'll be here with the boys. So there'll be a lot of basketball. Great thing is WLCN is going to be covering both of them every game. So those guys will have their work cut out for us, scheduled everything, and we just get to do the fun part is getting to watch them all.
Yeah, we end up watching a lot of basketball live, but it cuts into your watching it on TV time. So I have a buddy text me about college games. It's like, no, I didn't see it. I was broadcasting tonight.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it'll be fun, and the Railers back in action on Friday with a chance to see how this team reacts after a loss, and I'm sure they'll be back in the morning getting some shots up and reviewing the game plan of how they're going to take on their next opponent. But it's obviously a loss, but a game that this team needed, I think. I think it was an easy one on Monday, but this one was one to kind of see where you're at and really how hard and how good you got to be to possibly beat a team like this to win a regional.
Kind of looking maybe a little bit ahead to Saturday. You've got now Mount Zion goes to 2-0 in the green pool. We're in the green pool. We're now 1-1. Belleville-Altoff 1-1 in the green pool, and Cahokia sits down there at 0-2 in the green pool. You've got a collision course coming up, I believe, on Friday night, which will be essentially for the title of the green pool or the red pool, which is Centennial is 2-0 and Belleville West, which is 2-0, and then you've got Danville sitting down there at 0-2 and Muhammad Seymour both 0-2 in the red pool. Looks like maybe, kind of projecting it out, we can get past Belleville-Altoff on Friday night. We may end up sitting there facing either maybe a Champaign Centennial or a Belleville West.
Yeah, and I haven't seen every team play so far, but boy, it's going to take a heck of a team and a heck of an effort to beat that Mount Zion team that we saw. I thought they played really well tonight. Obviously, the scoreboard with a 14-point lead, scored 39. They scored 71 on Monday night, but this was a different team than I saw Monday. I really thought, and I still think we can beat them. We're going to have to shoot it a little bit better, but they really locked down tonight. I thought, Belleville-Altoff put up 61 on them and really didn't play the same type of defense that they did tonight. And we've talked about it for years that every team is always ready for Lincoln when that happens, and this team definitely was tonight.
Well, I think you mentioned in the pregame show that this is a Chatham-Glenwood type team. It's a Chatham-like team. They play in a Chatham kind of like style. They play physical. They don't necessarily run up and down the floor. And it's kind of a grinder game. We've seen that with Muhammad Seymour and both them and Muhammad Seymour when we played in the Apollo Conference, and obviously we're going to face them at some point on down the line. Coaches got them on the schedule. They're part of this tournament. We could face them in the postseason as well. Yeah,
you're right. And I just thought it was a good early test for this team to find out where they're at and how do we bounce back. And you've got a quick turnaround. Obviously, Friday you're playing again, and then an even quicker turnaround when you got to play Saturday again. So this team has some depth. They've played multiple guys and in different positions, and I think Coach always sets us up to kind of feel his team out to see where he's at, what guys are performing at that time, and we found a little bit out more about our team tonight.
Coach has got his drink. He's making his way across the floor. And as soon as he gets up here and gets himself set, we will have an interview with the living legend, the head coach of the Lincoln Rail Splitters, Neil Alexander. Can you hear me okay, sir?
I don't know. I'll make it.
Hey, we
can't figure it out.
There was talk Monday night about moving the broadcast location down to the main floor so you didn't have to walk all the way up here. I think still we can get you a set of Bluetooth headphones that you can just pick them up down there like college coaches do.
Turn that in.
I know.
Tell Lloyd.
Well, Josh and I talked about this. This is a team that, they went to the sectional last year and lost in overtime to a good DMAC team. This is a team that could very easily make it to a regional championship or a sectional again this year. This is going to be a team you could end up facing in the postseason. It's a good early season test for you.
Well, it was a whole lot different than Monday night. I tried to talk to the kids about our preparation on being ready to shoot. They were not going to let us catch and shoot. They move very well. That's an experienced basketball team, and yet they're only juniors. It's really a good basketball team, and I thought our kids for 3 quarters played right with them. Once you got behind on them, that they're skilled enough that they could force you to come out and do some things, and we left some threes open, and they converted. And I think we had some shots. We got to make them. We still got some guys that are not comfortable with our offense on the execution part. And in a game like this, if you're out there trying to think your way through it, you can't handle it, because they are they wouldn't let us do anything. So we got a lot of room to get better, and I feel very confident with what we got. That's a good basketball team.
I thought that they did a really good job of making sure that they had maybe bigger guys on some of your shooters. I noticed that if you had a guy out there, say Gowan, he had somebody maybe 6'3" or 6'8" out there bothering him, making it more difficult on the guys to get shots. Carson, who got 18 Monday night, had Trimble. Trimble's got long arms. Trimble's very athletic, and Trimble never left him. I saw that. So they were pretty much concentrating on making sure your shooters did not catch and shoot.
Yeah, and he is an athlete. I don't know if you saw the game the other night, but I swear he pinned one up on the top of the backboard. And we had some looks. We had a lot of shots blocked, but we got to work on preparation to get the shot off quicker. And we try to do it. We work on shooting every night, and I hope that when we say get out there, get your feet set, be ready to shoot when you catch it, that they understand why. Because we're really slow on getting ourselves up there. Cahokia just let us catch and shoot. You could see what happened. These guys weren't going to.
Their 1-3-1 zone trap in the half court seemed to bother you quite a bit.
Well, they're long.
Yeah.
They're long and athletic. And, they put Owen up on top. And, but you put Trimble out there on a wing. You put McAtee out there on a wing. You put the little guy, it's in the middle and the back. And, that's real effective. They've done a lot of changing. And I didn't think our kids did bad adjusting to their changes. But we got to we got to keep working.
Yeah, Coach, and I thought the physicality of the game is a good example of what those guys, our guys especially, are going to have to be able to handle when they go into a regional or even a regular season game. Doesn't matter. You're going to see that type of pressure and physicality in the Central State 8. And there were some times where, as you said earlier, I thought we were sped up and they sped us up. This was a different Mount Zion team that I watched defensively on Monday night. They gave up 61 to Althoff. They had it ratcheted up tonight, and they were ready to go.
Well, maybe we need to follow Althoff's formula and shoot 39 threes. And but our guys, we got a lot of working to do to figure out how we're going to get to get our scoring done, because we don't like scoring in the 20s, and we're wanting our kids to shoot the ball and feel free to do it, but you also got to be open to do that.
Yeah, Coach, I thought another nice night again by Hayes. Really a guy that dominated on the boards, especially through three quarters. I think he just kind of ran out of a little gas in the third and the fourth. He was 10 points, 10 rebounds. Someone else is going to have to be able to handle some boards underneath there. And also he was 5 of 9 from the field. I think Drew's going to have to maybe look to go to the basket a little bit more than he has here in the first couple games.
Yeah, we had a couple calls for him, and he got to the basket. So those are things that we've got to straighten out to be able to get. And I feel good about, I thought he had an outstanding game. He was a good rebounder that we've had in a long time. He's very physical, he's under control, he's strong, but he had a very, very solid game, and I'm not sure he came off the floor tonight. And then Frank got into some foul trouble, but we need him in there because he can offset a little bit of help Drew out a little bit, and then you've got Gabe back there that he's learning. He's a junior that basically is playing that position for the first time. So because of not having a backup at the back position, and he's had 2 weeks of great practices, Gabe. But you get into a game like this, and if you have never experienced it, you find out what it's like.
Yeah, and I really think the difference, Coach, was Custer's shots there in the fourth quarter, late third, early fourth, where he hit those big threes. He hits the shots, big-time player comes down, and we come down and miss a few open threes or good looks that we had, and really the difference in the game. And they, as you said, they kind of expanded it, and then they got a dunk by Anderson, who was obviously just a sophomore, but going to be an animal in the next couple of years. 14 points, 16 rebounds for him tonight. But you get Custer open, and he's a big-time player. He made some threes when his team needed him.
Yeah, and Driscoll hit some, and he hit the couple that got him going. We had a couple there. I think we were up 9-2 or something, 9-4, and we turned it over, and Driscoll hit the three and had another layup and so forth, and but they had to earn their scoring too.
I thought our defense was as good as we moved it really well and rebounded the heck out of the ball in the first half.
Yeah, you can't. Our defense was no more than, because we've spent a lot of time offensively, and no more time than we've worked on our defense. The kids have did a very good job with that.
He just reminded me to ask you a question. There was a spot in the first half, maybe you won't remember it, but it ended up being ball out of bounds in front of you in the bench, and there was they had 1 second on the shot clock, and then they reset the shot clock. Was there something that happened that we missed that reset the shot clock?
They said that it hit the rim the previous shot.
Oh, okay.
So,
because we weren't sure about that. I don't think we saw it hit the rim, and maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Well, I looked at my assistants, and they shook their head yes.
Okay.
So,
because we were.
I didn't see it either. But I'm blind.
Hey, I'm right there with you, pal. So, hey, I tell you what, Coach, it was really, you've given us another team that just gets out there and hustles and scraps. I was really impressed with the kids tonight. They were in there against a very physical, much taller, in some cases heavier basketball team, and they scrapped in there right with them.
You can't complain about effort.
No,
and
not at all.
That's one of the things that we've told them all along, even in practice. We've not had to coach. If you have to coach effort, sometimes you're going to struggle, but that's one thing that we haven't had to do. They come to practice every day and they work hard, and that's why they're going to get better.
You put together a really good tournament here, and if folks can't see some good basketball here, they're not going to see it much of anywhere. You're going to have, I looked at the Red Pool. That game against Centennial Belleville West Friday night could be a very good basketball game.
Yep, and even ours with Belleville, their scores have been identical to ours on what and how the games have gone. So we've got to be able to guard and be able to hit some threes and rebound, because they rebound exceptionally well.
Well, you ready for Thanksgiving?
Oh, you bet. I got to go home and clean the grill tonight and have it ready to go by 6 in the morning.
And I've got to have my smoker ready to go by 8 in the morning.
That's what I got to clean out, Traeger, and get it ready.
So, Coach, thanks for coming up here on the post-game show. We wish you very well. know the result was not what you wanted tonight, but you've got an excellent teaching moment out of this game, and the kids got a very tough early season contest.
Well, no doubt. But one thing I would like to say before I get off is we're missing a key part of our team, and that's Coach Ewall. You know, it was hard Monday night for me to take the floor, and for 25 years he's been sitting next to me, and he's not missed a game, not missed a practice, and you know, we're wishing him well, and hopefully he gets back pretty soon, because we do miss him, and he's great for our kids, and he's very knowledgeable of the game as well. But hopefully he's listening, but we miss him, and maybe we'd have won with him.
Well, you know, but you know, Coach, that's something that maybe a lot of people don't realize. The head coach gets all the glory and all the blame too. But frankly, I mean, and you know this as well as anybody, those assistants are highly valuable to you in the teaching they do on the floor in practice and the things they see during games.
Well, I think I've become the water boy. So, you know, you're right, and I think the reason, you know, I've had a staff together. You know, Eric's been 25 years, Greg since what, 05. Brandon played, and he's been here forever. J-Mac's been over 10 years. I mean, the staff is so important in what you have, the teaching and how everything's done. So we got a great staff, and you know, again, we're missing a link in our staff.
Eric, you need to get back here and teach these kids how to shoot. Come on, buddy. We need you to get back here as quick as possible. We wish you well.
I'll take credit. I'm the shooting coach tonight. I'll keep the pressure off of them.
Coach, again, thanks for coming up and joining us. We wish you and your family and the whole team happy Thanksgiving. Looking forward to Friday night and Saturday night as well.
No doubt. And, our Railer basketball team wishes everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and be safe and enjoy the day with family. And hopefully you'll want to come out and see the kids play. You won't be disappointed. They play hard. They play Railer basketball.
You've got, Josh and I were talking, you've got the athletic program on the upswing out here being the athletic director.
I don't do anything.
No.
I just put the schedules together.
Football team got into the playoffs this year, first time in nearly a half a century. The girls volleyball team finishes second in the state. Becca Heitzig's probably weighed down by all of the medals she's won from state cross country, volleyball, basketball, and you got big things are expected out of your basketball team and the girls basketball team starts Friday as well.
It should be a good winner. The wrestling's doing well. Their numbers are off the chart, and the only negative thing is we didn't have any swimmers go out. So by Lincoln College closing the pool, that's put really a hardship on our athletes of having to drive an hour one way just to practice and things. And you spend 2 hours in a vehicle a night to go to practice and practice for a couple hours. You're looking at 4 to 5 hours, and it's hard to do. And if you don't have a facility, it's really hard. So there's probably the most negative thing that we've had, but we've kind of expected that over the course of time. Girls, we're hoping that they keep swimming. We're able to swim out at the Elks for over half the season, and then they go to Petersburg Porta to practice, but it's not the whole season. And we hope that our numbers stay up to keep that one going.
Thanks for coming up and joining us, Coach. We'll let you go and get some rest. See you on Friday night here, 8:15, Belleville-Althoff.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. That's going to wrap it up here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where Raider Nation experienced a loss tonight, goes home a little sad, a 39-25 loss to a very good and very talented Mount Zion team. So for Lloyd Kirby, our on-site cameraman, our producer, salesman, engineer, for Jolie Lurcher, our studio producer back at WLCN, for station manager Jim Ash, for Scott Kirby in absentia tonight, happy to fill in for Scott, for my broadcast partner Josh Komnick. This is Jay Harden signing off here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Again, Lincoln goes down 39-25 to the Mount Zion Braves. The next Lincoln Railer basketball game will be 8:15 Friday night against Belleville-Althoff. Pregame about 7:45. But don't forget, you have basketball all day. The Lincoln Lady Railers play at 10 a.m. in the morning against Peoria Richwoods. Come back at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and do it against Champaign Central. That's right. I keep getting the teams confused. I'm losing it, folks. Champaign Central, and then they will have a doubleheader again Saturday afternoon against East St. Louis and the host Lady Potters. Then Josh and Scott will be back here on Saturday night again with an as-yet unknown opponent. So again, signing off here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Good night, and thanks for listening.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.